Dude, when you walk out of a horror movie and your palms are like freaking sweaty, that's a good sign. Hey guys, welcome to my Dangerous Animals movie review that I will be keeping spoiler free. So let's review the movie and rate it using my super sophisticated, super impressive 5-star rating system. And as far as being spoiler free, if you can go in cold to this, I totally recommend it. The trailer doesn't ruin the movie, but I went in cold and when I saw the trailer afterwards, there were some imagery that I'm glad I saw for the first time watching the movie. But when it comes to shark movies, let me just say I'm kind of hard to please. I like all shark movies. I think the majority of them, to me, I will classify them as guilty pleasures, with two that are real standouts to me. One being the perfect film Jaws, which I hope to review for its 50th anniversary that is coming up. And two being The Shallows, which I just thought was a really good freaking film. I'm happy to say after seeing Dangerous Animals, there's now 3. Even though I will say you can argue, is this truly a shark movie? Because what Dangerous Animals is a mix of slasher flick and shark film. And it's done well. I could even argue maybe it's more of a slasher flick, but both the elements are here. And if I had to say, I would tell you that it feels like Wolf Creek, possibly because this is filmed in Australia, and Jaws. So it's like Wolf Creek with like a sprinkle of Jaws. That's what this is. And our serial killer here is played by Courtney, who I know people are like, oh, it's Courtney. I personally have always liked the guy. I think he's just been in some really bad films that you couldn't act yourself out of. And let's be honest, some of those films, he wasn't the worst thing. But yeah, here he gets his chance to shine and wow, yeah, he shines. He shines. Playing a serial killer who's really fascinated by sharks. And the movie does something really smart, which is kind of give him a little bit of a backstory where you're giving him layers. He's not a one-dimensional killer. And I mean, this guy really likes sharks. Like if there was like a Tinder for sharks, this guy would be swiping right all freaking day. And yeah, like this guy, he comes across as like charming and likable, but then every once in a while, he'll just say something that you're like, okay, there's a little batshit crazy in this guy. Without going into detail, you can tell this guy has done this before because it's so strategic and planned out and just so perfectly done the way he captures his victims. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But the good news is you don't just get captured, you get educated because this guy is a walking Animal Planet. Bro, you're going to learn so much about sharks. Like it's just, he captures you and then he's just like speeches, like monologues. And it's like 20 monologues in here of him just talking. And the way he delivers it is so calm and so kind of like twisted, but you learn stuff. That's cool. And he guides you through the process, everything else. He's like a really considerate killer. Yeah. And normally I wouldn't like 20 speeches, but honestly, dude, I wasn't getting bored of it. Like, I really like the way they did this. Besides maybe one dance scene that I thought got a little bit silly, Courtney eats up every single scene he's in this freaking movie. And dude, he owns this character. Another character, her name is Zephyr, played by Hassie Harrison. And she is a like rebellious loner surfer who just kind of like does things her own way. And she is great here because whenever you got these characters that like they really last into a movie, you wonder like, how is this person even still alive, you know? No, here she's an actual fighter, dude. There's no quit in this girl. Plus, I really like there's this weird dynamic between her and Courtney's character because they've both had kind of troubled past and went through a lot, but one just decided to be good and one decided to be bad from it. Almost like Batman and Joker. It's kind of crazy. There's also another character named Moses, played by Heuston. Yeah, he's kind of Zephyr's friend. And something that really stood out with this movie is that you actually get to see on screen them meet each other, totally find a connection, totally have chemistry, all in just like a day. And I can't tell you enough how well this is written, their dialogue, their interaction, where you totally believe it. And that's important in this film because I have to tell you something, I really cared about who was gonna make it in this movie. And that's because of their chemistry. It's just believable. And you like these two characters. And that is important too, because it's very easy to be like, oh, bro, they've only known each other for a day. But no, you totally get it here. Not to say there isn't some done decision making because it's a horror movie. But yeah, there are some decisions made. You're like, dude, like, oh, don't drop the knife. Oh, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Also, there's a use of technology out of the blue that you're like, couldn't you have done that like 4 days earlier? But yeah, it's a horror movie. Speaking of horror, there is gore here, but the gore here, it doesn't feel gratuitous, even though there's a lot. Yeah, I mean, don't bring little 5-year-old Timmy to this, but The gore is happening based on things that happen on screen, and it matches what actually happened and how much gore there should be. And it felt organic and it felt earned, and it wasn't just like done for shock value, like some recent movie that came out. Yeah. And this movie really does take place out in the middle of nowhere pretty much. The majority of this movie is on a boat. But yeah, there's a lot of cat and mouse going on. There's a lot of like claustrophobic areas. They use the boat really well. There's good usage of this boat. And this movie is really full of a lot of suspense and tension, because there is like a race against time and people trying to find a way to escape before something bad happens. And yeah, dude, you really feel that. And I will say there are quite a few near escapes that, oh, bro, you're like screaming at the freaking screen because you're invested, because they built these characters well and you care. This isn't freaking Friday the 13th with like 18 people and you're like, oh yeah, just take them all, like do them all one at a time. Yeah, no, it's not that at all. And I was definitely having my palms sweaty, like, oh, go. Yeah, I was doing that one, dude. Yeah, I don't normally do that. I mean, I wasn't really saying it out loud in the theater, but internally I was. And I can honestly tell you, in the whole third act, I was kind of on the edge of my seat, man, the entire freaking time, like rooting for people. To me, makes this not just a basic horror movie. And I have to tell you, even though this movie, it's got like a real mean edge to it, dude, it really does. It's fun. This was actually good, man. Guys, what did you think of Dangerous Animals? Let me know in the comments. Also, for the first time, I'm actually hitting my channel hard and I'm trying to do 25 reviews in 2 months just to kind of get it going. Please join me on my journey by liking, subscribing, hitting all the freaking bells for notifications and all that other crap. And thanks for watching.